Welcome back to Beanstalk. It's episode 2.
Oh man, okay.
Why are you laughing, Kevin?
Because I'm keeping it in the recording, so we're gonna have 2 intros. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome back. Thanks to Anchor for letting me do that ad read. I would like to say they sponsored that podcast, and this podcast maybe. It's more complicated. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Anyways,
Fair enough, Chris. Fair enough.
last week we talked about video game.
We did.
How have you guys
That we
been
did.
since then?
Pretty good. I've watched some things and I've played some things and I've had a jolly good go of it. Tell you what.
That's good.
Yeah. I put this on the doc, but I don't know if you saw this, Isma, but I have been watching Kitchen Nightmares. And man, that fucking show, man. Oof. Man, it's fucking rule.
What show was that? Is that like a Gordon Ramsay or is that?
No,
like
yeah. Gordon Ramsay comes in and tells you how you're fucking up your restaurant. Is essentially the show.
Oh, it's
yeah.
not okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
Yeah, and
My mom puts it on.
all it is actually is, the food is not good. Usually they're just shitting on the walls.
I remember watching one episode where like I don't know if it was Kitchen Nightmares or if it was something else, but the lobster in the tanks.
Oh my god, bro. No,
In the
that is
tank.
Kitchen Nightmares. I just saw that episode last night. Yeah, he's like, he's like, dude, I think that lobster's dead. And the manager comes over, he's like, no, he's sleeping. And I'm like, oh no. And then because Gordon don't give a fuck, he pulls the dead lobster out and I think like a claw falls off or some shit. And he's like, no, I think this thing's dead. And he's like, oh. Yeah. No, just little.
He's like, nah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's
We have a moral compass at this restaurant. We would prefer if the animals died before we cooked them.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, and a dead lobster in a tank of potentially other dead lobsters cannot be good. Like, and they were serving them straight from the tank to the dish. It was the whole outrage. He's like, you can't be serving dead lobsters and then cook the dead. It's not good.
And then he's like, yeah, sir, but we don't serve them alive, so why not just cook the dead ones?
I think the thing is you can't just keep the dead and rotting next to the live ones.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's not a good practice. Yeah, just...
Oh, who was that I was talking to? I was talking to, I think, one of my coworkers.
Uh-huh.
And they were talking about how, I think it's, I'm not sure if it was China or if it was somewhere else, but they eat the squid alive, and a lot of people just die from trying to eat it alive.
Why? Why do people do that?
I don't know. I just assume they die because they choke on the squirming little.
You mean the moving tentacle?
Yeah, probably. That's what my guess is.
Tries to crawl its way back up your throat? Yeah, I imagine that'd be tough.
Or maybe it just gets stuck to the back of your throat because it's got little suction bits.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll just outright eat anything over there in China.
You know what,
If
though?
it
I feel
was an animal, they will probably eat it.
You know what, though? I can respect it, because I'll eat anything, too, so...
I don't know, Isma. What if I gave you a burger, right? And you're like, oh man, this burger was great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then I'm like, that's interesting. I'm glad you liked it. And then you're like, what was it? And I just look at you. And then I tell you something crazy like, oh, it was your sister.
Well,
and you're like, what?
Oh, you're gonna do the, what was that episode with Eric Cartman when he kills the guy?
Oh, yeah.
No,
He
he,
does parents.
he
No.
kills his parents and then he grounds them up and he serves the kid
He
his own
feeds them,
parents.
Yeah, in a chili. Yeah.
Chili.
Man, that's one of the most rawest episodes of South Park, man. Just so unfiltered.
That was a great episode.
It is. Where he's like, Scott Tinnerman, he's like, is it good? And I think he pulls out his mom's thumb or something. I forget how he figures it out. But yeah.
That's what, he pulls out like the wedding ring or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It's
Or like the finger with the wedding ring, right? Or no? Oh no, but I've been watching the RE0 because the new season's supposed to be coming. It was supposed to come out in April, but because of Corona, they postponed it.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly it's supposed to come out next month, so I binge watched it in the last 3 days. And
Jesus, all
I
of
bought
it. And I don't know. How do you do that?
Yeah, all of it in 3 days.
Jeez, man.
And then I also it came in the mail. The first 3 light novels of the series.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna read those now.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but apparently Bleach is also getting one more season.
Really?
Which I imagine was also postponed due to the troubles of the world, though. But yeah, so I've been rewatching Bleach, and man, Bleach, oh my goodness, it's better than I remember, and it's worse than I remember, if that makes any sense.
Really?
I don't know. It's one of people a lot of times like to bring up Naruto and how they just like 40% of Naruto is filler, that kind of thing. And then Bleach is like, oh man, if they could do it, we can. And then that was the downfall of Bleach. But other than that show
speaking of long shows, did you guys hear about Cops getting canceled?
You know what? I did hear about that.
Yeah, 30-something seasons since the 1980s. They canceled it.
I literally didn't know that show was still going.
But it's got that famous theme song. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Yeah,
I love that stuff. Boy, it's good fun.
What you gonna do? Yeah, man. Show gets you hyped to see people get arrested and beaten. But I mean, given, the political climate of, the world, I don't think that show would have much to stand on.
Yeah.
Maybe it can come back, though, when things die down.
I hope so, man. That's such a great show. I remember it's not on as much from what I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never see it on anymore. But, like,
like they don't even have reruns? Like they just took it off the air entirely? Maybe.
It's gone now.
Oh.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they do with it now, but like I don't recall seeing much reruns in like the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe because I'm not watching the channel that's on. I think it's like True TV, right?
I think so. That sounds accurate.
But I might be wrong. But yeah, I think I stopped getting True TV with whatever provider that I have, so that's probably why I stopped watching it. All I ever see on that channel now is what's it called? Impractical Jokers.
Oh, that's a good show. I'll catch an episode from time to time at work.
It is a great show. Dude, I laugh every time.
Damn it.
Even when I watch the same episode, I still laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it when they're like, oh, okay, now it's time to pull a prank on the guy pulling the prank because fuck that guy. Every time. And I'm like, yep, okay, here we go. Now the episode has officially begun. Yeah, Impractical Jokers.
Oh, but they're trying to cancel, what's it called? Paw Patrol or something like that?
Oh, no.
What?
Did you hear about that?
I don't even know what that is.
Why are they... What?
Because it has a cop in it.
Is that...
All I know is that I heard that they're trying to cancel it because it has
It's Paw Patrol.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that little cop doggy is... I'm pretty sure he's fine. I don't remember him ever making an arrest because my little cousin watches that. And it... What? There's nothing weird about it.
See, the world's gone crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was just having an argument with one of my friends about the Christopher Columbus statue being toppled in San Francisco.
Oh, geez. Seriously? When did that happen?
That happened, I think, sometime within the last week. They and this is happening all over the place. In Britain, they toppled some statues of Winston Churchill, which is really weird because it's Winston Churchill. So.
Yeah, that guy he dropped a massive load in his day. Or was it 2? I forget.
I know. No, it was World War II. He was the Prime Minister of Britain.
Oh yeah, and then because you said Churchill, and there's so many Churchills just running around at the time. Yeah.
No, but yeah, and here they toppled the statue of Columbus. I think they toppled 2 different ones. One got thrown in the ocean. The other one got thrown to the ground.
Oh. Why are they
Yeah.
Why did they come out that Christopher Columbus was like a huge racist? Why are they taking down his statues?
Well, they all were, Kevin, back in them days.
I know, they're all racist. I mean, yeah, sure, he's done terrible things, but still, it's a work of art, and I think it should be preserved. Now, one of my other friends was saying, his argument was, it was a Mussolini's bodyguard that had built that statue. I was like, I don't care. It's still a statue. It's still a piece of art.
Anyways.
So what about you, Christopher?
Yeah.
So this probably would have been better to bring up last week because by now it came out like almost a month ago, but I watched Scoob maybe a few days after it was released digitally.
Uh-huh.
What is this, a
new
Scooby-Doo? Okay.
Yeah, a reboot.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how much better to put it than it wasn't good.
Oh, okay. No, let's dive into how it wasn't good.
Wait.
I'd like to hear more.
Which Scooby-Doo is this? Which art style? Because that's how I know my Scooby-Doos. It's by art.
This is just a new Scooby-Doo.
Like, how does the art look?
It's CG.
Is it
because everything is nowadays.
Okay, but what's not good about it?
Is it like where they look like weird children kind of thing?
No, I thought they were more like CGI'd adults. Like, kind of like how the cartoon looks.
Oh, they're CGI'd.
But, with...
I'm gonna Google this. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, it is the one I'm thinking of, where they're just like really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy. Yeah, see, it was the one with like where you have like little Scooby-Doo and you have little Shaggy. Yeah, okay. I know what we're talking about now.
There you go.
Oh my god, that looks honestly horrific.
I don't think it looks bad, but I think it's weird.
No, it looks like someone tried to, what's it called? Disney animate it.
Well, yeah, because everything tries to copy Pixar nowadays. Get what the program is, Ma.
Yeah, anyway.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, but why is the movie not good? Other than from a visual perspective. Tell us about the movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's actually the problem. It's the fact that it only looks good. There's nothing particularly entertaining about it. I guess some interesting concepts, but...
Oh, wait, hold on. Spoiler alert for the new feature-length film, good? Scoob. Okay, now...
Yeah, spoiler alert for a movie that you would have to pay like $20 to watch in your home for that you only get for like a day.
Oh!
$25 if you want to own it.
That reminds me. They're opening up the movie theaters here, I think.
Hey, yo.
We don't have to pay $20 to go watch it.
Yeah, now we could pay $20 just to go in a place, and then like 10 or 20 more for the concessions.
Rip Chris, you paid $20 to watch it.
Yeah, it sounds like you threw $20 down the toilet is what it sounds like. But let's dive deeper. What's wrong with the movie?
Well,
why what good?
So at least from what I've read, I know that the movie is like all over the place because they had a bunch of writers and they couldn't quite come together. They couldn't quite write a cohesive story.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the biggest problem I have with the movie. It's boring and the plot is all over the place. It has it has horrible pacing.
So they had the issue of having too many writers, essentially.
No, I would never say that it's an issue about having too many writers. It's an issue about the writers didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Because and this is from working with projects with other writers, is that when you have too many writers, it's different. You just have different mind. You can't put the styles all together, and so the styles kind of clash, and it's really hard to meld them together. Which is why I find like a lot of these big, pictures tend to have like really poor story writing, is because they put too many writers together and it screws everything up. While you get like someone say like a Martin Scorsese or like and they do these really big like mobster films. And the story tends to come together really nicely, and that's because you had one, maybe two writers doing that whole thing, because they wrote a book and they're just going off that book.
Well, I mean, but then that's more adaptation than, like creating a new thing, yeah?
Yeah, I think so,
I think, yeah.
Which I find a lot better, I think. At least for story.
To just go off on a weird tangent just for a quick sec, isn't that also why the poor Game of Thrones collapsed like a dying star under its own weight?
Yeah, because George R.R. Martin
we don't
didn't
talk about
write
that.
I hear that, yeah.
Those latter seasons. It was those two guys. And and for like the last season, George R.R. Martin wasn't involved at all.
No, he wasn't.
So it was just those two guys who had their stupid ideas about the Game of Thrones universe.
No, their stupid idea was, we're going to throw this out the window so we can go do Star Wars. That was their stupid idea. And I'm so glad that they lost the rights to Star Wars 2.
Oh, they did lose the rights. I was wondering about that. Okay.
Yeah, they did. After they screwed up with Game of Thrones and threw it out the window because they wanted to focus on Star Wars, they got their just desserts. That's all I gotta say to that. Nah, but
yeah, okay. No. To swerve back into the Scoob.
Scoob.
Okay, real talk. How cute is Velma in this movie, Chris? Come on, man.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Velma, I would like that's what I'm saying. The designs, that's the only good thing about the movie. The way it looks, the animation, the design, the color choices.
Oh.
And
Okay, I'll give you the color. I'm not too convinced on the animation though.
I mean,
yeah, I guess it's all about perspective, but yeah, no, color at least is good. That's good.
Yeah, the color looks nice. I'll give you that.
So that's the only good thing I have to say about the movie. It's that it was good to look at, but following the story, I would say. So yeah, again, spoilers for this stupid movie.
Yeah.
It's like a Hanna-Barbera super mashup. It's almost like they're trying to make a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe with CG.
Hanna-Barbera.
With Scooby?
Rebooting cartoons. Yeah, starting with Scoob.
Oh, man.
But
what's Hanna-Barbera?
The company that made Scooby-Doo.
Oh, well, I learned something new every day.
They made Jetsons, Flintstones, a bunch of other bullshit.
Oh, man, so are we going to have a cartoon cinematic universe?
No, because Scoob is horrible.
Oh.
It's absolutely not a great launching point. Because everybody who tries to make a cinematic universe nowadays is trying to just start with Avengers. But Avengers was built up by Iron Man, Thor, Hulk.
Yeah, you're right.
Some other things I don't remember.
Like, even the launching point had build up to it. Yeah, you're right. They didn't just go for it. Yeah, I hear you.
And that was the problem. They put Blue Falcon. Blue Falcon is pretty much the focus character for like half of the movie. And do you even know who Blue Falcon is?
No.
Who's that?
He's just some superhero, and he has Dynamite. I actually know Dynamite better than Blue Falcon because Dynamite's a really cool design.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing him. Nobody gives a crap about Blue Falcon, and that's probably why they, in the movie, the story is that the original Blue Falcon got too old and he retired, and he gave the mantle to his son, and his son is a complete idiot.
Hmm.
The heir never seems to adhere to the father.
Wait, is that the plot of the Scooby movie? I totally got lost for a second. My bad.
Yeah, no. Because believe me, if you were watching it, you would be just as lost.
Okay. So yeah, woo. All right. You know what?
Because it's like Scooby and Shaggy fall into Blue Falcon's plot.
Oh.
Where they're chasing Dick Dastardly, who...
His name is Dick Dastardly?
Yes, it's Dick Dastardly.
That's amazing.
Dick Dastardly himself is on his own journey, pretty much. That like you're just chasing him. He's trying to collect the skulls of Cerberus.
Yeah, see, this doesn't sound like a freaking Scooby movie at all. Actually,
it gets better.
Oh, okay.
He uses the skulls of Cerberus to open the gates to literal hell.
This sounds like Doom. This sounds like a video game, and man. You know what? Yeah.
Doom.
Oh man.
Also, Alexander the Great had a dog, and Scooby is the descendant of that dog.
Wait, so Scooby-Doo...
Oh my goodness.
Helped Alexander the Great conquer...
No, his ancestor, I don't remember his name. Who gives a shit? They made it up.
No, when freaking... Was it Alexander the Great that said, cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war? Is that him, or is that his dad? Actually, I forget the dad's name, but he said a cool quote that everyone likes to say now and again.
Alexander the Great's dad? I don't even know who that is. Let me see.
What?
All I know is...
Isma, you're like the old Greek and like Latin philosophy kind of guy. How do you not even know?
How am I supposed to know who Philip II of Macedon is? Or Macedonia. Yeah. That's who it is. That's Alexander the Great's father is Philip II of Macedon. Macedon. I think that's how you pronounce it. Macedon. That's how I'm going to say it. Macedon.
Yeah, actually, I think it was when Alexander the Great was passing down his kingdom or whatever, essentially his kingdom, right? I believe he had to, because he had, man, this is really straying askew, but he had 3 sons, yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to choose which one inherits all this cool ass shit. Whoever is the biggest and the toughest, who can take it will get it. And I'm like, oh man, that's pretty cool. But anyway, man, that should have just been Naruto. Fucking Naruto? Jeez.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Alexander the Great had a dog, and they created a portal to hell, and they kept their treasures in there.
Wait, Alexander the Great and his dog kept their treasures in hell? Oh my, what is this movie? It sounds like I have to watch it now. Like, oh my goodness.
It's really stupid.
Just wait till the movie theaters open up and then go see it.
I mean, yeah.
Because let's be real, the movie theaters are going to be like, they're going to be hosting movies that are like 10 years old. Because there's going to be no new movies coming out for a while.
I would like to point out, before we get too off topic, that in this movie, in the Scoob universe, the Alexander the Great, he created this door into hell with his dog, and he made it so that the door to hell can open up in any part of time. It can transcend time, and it will always, even if it's okay. So it can only be opened. It can be only be opened by the skulls of Cerberus.
Okay.
And it can only be closed by Alexander the Great and his best friend, or vice versa, the dog and his best friend. It doesn't really matter. Two people have to be on each side of the door. One would be locked in the vault in hell and just be stuck there while the other locks him in.
Well, that sucks. Wait, so Chris, doesn't that mean like half the movie was about Alexander the Great and his dog instead of Shaggy?
The overarching plot is that it's stupid. Also, a statue warps through time, which is clearly Shaggy and the dog that was Alexander the Great's dog, implying that Shaggy was Alexander the Great.
Oh man, that's super...
Just reincarnated.
Actually, that falls in line with the Ultra Instinct Shaggy, so yeah, that totally makes sense. Ultra Instinct Shaggy could take over a small continent if he wanted to. It's in the blood.
So that's about as much as I have to say about Scoob. It was really stupid.
Would you watch it again?
No.
Oh. Even if we did like a less watch on the podcast, we just watched Scoob and just did a commentary.
Yeah, we can't put in the audio. We can't put in the audio from the movie. We have our audio reacting to it.
Oh yeah, I guess so, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that.
You just it'd just be a silent react video.
Yeah. Yeah, to all of our listeners out there who may or may not exist, yeah, you're just gonna have to take our word for it. It's bad. It's really bad.
Also, Chris, I see that you were watching Avatar. How's it going?
Avatar came out on Netflix last month, and so I decided to rewatch it with my brother and my mom.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Oh, we got through all of Avatar like last week or the week before. Like we just watched a few episodes every night.
Nice.
And man, that show...
That's still in a rewatch.
Yeah, it's still great.
Dang.
It's still as beautiful and dramatic and looks great. And it's about as... Yeah, it's still as good as I remember from back in the day when I really loved it. And it really...
Such a great show.
It kind of... It hurts. It hurts that immediately we moved on to Legend of Korra.
Oh, no.
You know what, though? To be fair, though, Legend of Korra wasn't terrible.
Yes, it was. You're remembering wrong.
It's not terrible. It's no.
It wasn't terrible up until that final season. Then they just threw it all down the toilet. Spoilers for Legend of Korra.
I didn't see the final season, so
yeah, you should watch it and then tell us about it.
Yeah, I probably should.
And you're just gonna be like, man.
I think I watched up until the season where they what's it called? Where they have the three criminals or the criminals or whatever, and there's the volcano.
Yeah, that season is fucking awesome, rock solid. And then immediately following that season, they're like, oh, time skip. But it's not a good time skip. And you're like, oh. It's like
wasn't there like one where there was like where the city turns into a forest?
That's the last season.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I remember from that season. I don't remember anything else that happens.
And the villain is just someone. Who the hell cares?
And the villain has a mech.
But to be fair, though, the best villain of that series was the first one. What's his name? The
freaking bloodbender guy? Oh yeah, he was hecka tight. He should have won, but I mean, you know.
Bloodbends? I forget if he bloodbends or if he was non-bender or whatever.
I thought he did a little bit of both. I thought.
Oh, maybe. It's been a while.
He was leading because we're watching the season right now, and I do remember he's leading this revolution called the Equalists, who want to have a revolution against the Benders because they're non-Benders, and they, or at least it seems like, and his story is that his parents were killed by firebenders and he was burned by one, and that he was given the power by the spirits to take someone's bending away. But the reality is he's a bloodbender, and he can just lock someone's chi and force them to not be able to bend. Almost like chi blocking, but it's permanent.
Damn.
Ooh.
What a cool villain. Holy shit.
He was cool. But, what was it? Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. But, okay, yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. All I know, it had something to do with Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
No, the show is good. It disappoints me because I don't like it as much as Avatar, and I really don't feel like the characters are as strong. And the setting is interesting, but it's not. They literally every season they make up a reason for there to be a war plot instead of just having a war plot.
Yeah, just an overall arcing war plot over the show. Yeah,
I think that's what I liked about Avatar. There was a war plot. It was the Fire Nation.
There was season to season plot for sure, but then there was the big, the subplot that was over the entire show, and I think Legend of Korra kind of lacks that. Like, it doesn't really have anything major going on, but it's just more like season to season. But I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I watched it, but I mean. And I never did actually watch that first season. The first season I saw was that season 2, because I was at Chris's house, and I'm like, oh man, what's this?
What was that, Kevin?
Oh, I never seen season 1 of Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
I see.
And without a doubt, the consensus of all fans online is that season 2 is the absolute worst.
Which one was that? Was that the one with like her father, uncle, or whatever, her father?
Yeah. Her uncle and her father.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I can agree with that. I think I was bored during that one.
It has the like mini arc in the middle of the season about the first Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
At least that part was fun.
Yeah, see, that was cool.
The rest of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely the blood bending was the coolest bit of Legend of Korra.
Oh no, I feel like with Legend of Korra, they should have at least introduced different new combinations of bending.
Well, they did that with the Earthbender can lava bend.
Yeah, but Kevin was
that's
saying
not
is that
new,
it took
though.
3 seasons and then they dropped it.
No, but lava bending wasn't brand new though. Still, there was I forget which Avatar could.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
there. I'll have to get back to you on that. But like in Avatar, because it was all new. They're like, oh yeah, this chick can earth and metal bend. It's like, what? What's metal bending? And you're like, oh man, that's the raddest shit ever. And then.
Yeah, the metal bending was pretty cool too.
And then it's like, how come wind doesn't have like its souped up version? Because fire has lightning bending, earth has 2 apparently, which makes earth like the strongest. No, water also has 2. Water has or 3 actually. No, I'm wrong. Water's the best because you can water bend, you can ice bend, and you can blood bend. Like, I don't know. I just feel like. I don't know, I feel like Legend of Korra could have been a launching point, to use the term again, for like a third type of thing, but I don't know, because they kind of ruined it with that 4th season. Man, not that it's actually bad, but it's just disappointing, I guess, is the more accurate way of describing it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that the series as a whole, it's disappointing, and of course anything would be. I don't blame Korra in general, but it's disappointing because Avatar is easily, I'm just gonna say it, to me it's the best Nickelodeon show ever, and I know it's definitely up there for most people, and I think objectively it is top 5 Nickelodeon cartoons ever.
You got the Spongebob, you got the Fairly Odd Parents.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The Avatar is my favorite. People can like the other shows for their reasons, and I like them too.
I'm trying to think of what other big shows were on Nickelodeon. So it was Avatar, Spongebob, Fairly Odd Parents. What else was there? Really big?
Actually, I think there were only 3 that really mattered, because only those 3 went on to have like live action adaptations and other like spin-off shits. I don't think any of the
Oh
other...
my god, have you seen all 3 of the Fairly Odd Parents live-action movies?
What do you mean there are 3 movies? What? Hold on, it's my hush.
Drake Bell, right?
Back up. What do you mean 3? I only heard about the Drake Bell one. What do you mean were there 2 more after?
No, yeah, Drake Bell got 3 movies out of that.
Oh my gosh.
You know, good for him, though.
It's actually, as horrible as it is, I find them very funny. Like, ironically. Because they're just so... They're so bad. They're so stupid. The first plot of the first movie is that Timmy Turner just decided that he didn't want to grow up, so he acts like a kid. But isn't that not how it works at all?
Yeah, no.
And more to the point, he's hanging out with freaking children in class, and Crocker's still there. He's like 100 years old at this point.
Okay, so I just looked up a whole list of Nickelodeon shows, and the only ones that I can remember being any good were Fairly Odd Parents. You got Danny Phantom.
Jimmy Neutron was
Phantom. Nickelodeon. Yeah,
Jimmy Neutron was good. It didn't get a live-action movie, but it did get a movie, so I think that still counts. It's pretty good.
I mean,
it got the crossovers.
So it came out the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the Teenage Robot show.
I liked that show.
It was good. Of course, Drake and Josh. That's a classic.
Drake and Josh is...
Was Drake and Josh Nickelodeon? I guess it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Nickelodeon.
I really love that show, but at this point, it's just a meme to me, because people they do that to things.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed iCarly, and then you had Zoe 101. Those two were good. And then, let's see what else is in here.
Man. No, dude, fucking iCarly was good.
Rugrats.
The older brother Spencer, he was the shit. Anytime he...
Wait, no, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was Nickelodeon? I thought it was Cartoon Network.
They made a Ninja Turtle show, and they have a new one, I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No, I like the classic one, the one on Cartoon Network. That one was good.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like Drake and Josh should have came out on Disney Channel because of the type of show it was. It was very within the realm of, line, punchline, crowd laughter, and then, I don't know.
Wasn't it because they were trying to follow the whole Disney Channel? When they do the reality?
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Let me look up. When was it made? Drake and Josh.
Have you seen some of the new Nickelodeon shows that they do? It's literally like they only write an episode that is half as long as it's supposed to be. So they add laugh tracks after every sentence, whether it's a joke or not.
That's lovely.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, dude, do you remember Ned's Declassified? Oh, that was
so man, fucking Ned's Declassified, man. Yeah.
That was the only show that wasn't a sitcom, like, staged in front of a live audience. Supposedly live, I mean...
Yeah.
I've never met anyone who was like, I went to see iCarly filmed live. It's like, I don't think people were actually there.
It's like, I don't believe you.
I think they just staged this as if it was. But Ned's Declassified wasn't like that. It wasn't framed like that. It was like an actual show.
Yeah,
and I think that was the only one for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So that show sticks out stylistically in my mind.
Yeah. No, I bet we could go back and watch it and just be like, man, what a good show. You know, like how you were saying about Avatar. It just holds up, and it's just like a solid, like, good job, whoever wrote that.
No doubt.
Yeah. There's a handful of shows where you have that it holds up kind of thing, but then you also have a bunch that just don't, especially nowadays, because I can go back and watch some shows that were like made within like the last 10 years, and it's like, no.
You're like, oh geez, boy, did I not know anything. Yeah, exactly. I hear you.
No.
But yeah, man. But even more to the point, I like when you go back to a kid show, right? Like specifically just a kid show, because there's like an unspoken like like implied dumbness because it's for the babies. But then every once in a while you get like Avatar or like the Neds or there's other shows that I'm forgetting. But man, just I love a good, solid kid show that adults can enjoy, no problem, and be like, yeah, man, what a good show. Not just,
it's not about, like, being written a specific way.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's written well, then you can enjoy it no matter how old you are or how young you are.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best example is SpongeBob, because you can still go back to those really old episodes, back when, what was his name, Steven?
Who?
Hillenburg, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The original
back when he was
creator.
alive. Yeah, back when he was alive and running it. And it's just amazing, the little, what's it called? Little bits and pieces that are kind of just there for, as an adult.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, the kid definitely did not understand it.
Yeah. Man.
Like, what was that one episode with the one where Patrick is the dad and SpongeBob's the mom?
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when they were taking care of that baby clam.
Oh, yeah, the clam. Okay, yeah.
That one is just funny, especially because when he goes to work, he just goes into his rock and.
Oh yeah, and he goes to sleep, and then that's it. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, I'm at work, and it's just a blank TV.
Oh yeah, in his briefcase, he's just carrying an ice cream sundae. I'm like, man, what a good job. Also,
Absolute
what kind
genius.
of pocket into other dimensions is Patrick's rock? Let's talk about it. Because sometimes it would just be a rock and there'd be nothing there, but sometimes he'd have a sand department. What's up with that?
Well, it depended if he cleaned up that day.
Yeah, like sometimes it'd just be a pit with like a couch and a TV, but sometimes you have like the den and the living room, and then you have the guest room for like entertaining, and I'm like, dang, Patrick. But yeah.
I know he was living the life.
Yeah.
But sometimes though, when you look at his house, it doesn't have that pit. It's
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying. Like you never know what you're gonna get.
That is true. I don't know. I really would not know.
Yeah.
Like that episode where he's hiding from Sandy. It's just a flat rock, like a flat space.
Doesn't he pick up the rock and move it too? He's like, oh, I'm gonna hide under a rock over it.
Yeah, he does. Or maybe what we're actually seeing is it's inverted. So like the rock itself is the home, but it looks like a bunch of sand.
So you're saying he sinks into the rock, like when it smashes down, he like goes up?
Yeah.
That's
the only thing I can think of, because maybe the rock is actually hollow.
that would explain how Patrick is easily just able to use his home to beat people with. That actually does make sense. I like to think it'd be a hollowed out rock, but that'd be too cool for SpongeBob. I think they just got lazy and they're like, oh man, when the plot dictates, Patrick can be a bum under a rock or he can have a nice apartment.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, Scoob. No, it's too bad that the new installment's not good. I mean, I had no doubt in my mind.
I saw some of those new episodes and I was just like, I don't even know what's going on. It's just the slapstick humor, really. That's what they go for now. Like not slapstick. What's just kind of like in your face, kind of gross.
Like Teen Titans Go?
Gross out. Just annoying. Just let's do whatever. Let's draw a really disgusting character, and the joke is that they're disgusting.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very just in your face kind of humor. It's not that subtle type of humor, like it was in the past.
And they're not. It's almost like they're not actually writing jokes. They're just going through the motions, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda. I mean, it's really hard to explain because I think jokes of the past were more thought out. Because it was more about the situation. It was more about the actions that were taken in order to get to that position, right? Well, nowadays it's just this is the joke, and it's just right there.
Oh no, I think the loss of subtlety might have something to do with. I think initially the writing was geared toward the assumption that parents would be watching with their children. And, just for them.
So, yeah.
But I think it got to the point where even the writers were like, yeah, we know not even the parents are watching this schlock. And the kids are dumb, so just whatever. Dumb kids will turn on the TV and just watch whatever. So that's why SpongeBob lasted in the state that it was for as long as it did, I think. Until even then, people were like, man, poor SpongeBob. Although, SpongeBob will live on forever in our hearts on the internet. Because, man, what man. I mean, it wasn't all that good a show towards the end, but man, the meme lord that SpongeBob became is awesome.
How long has it been running for? Do you guys know?
I want to say, like, years-wise, I want to say double digits, but I don't know. I can't be any more accurate than that.
Let me look it up.
I think it debuted in the late 90s, so maybe 90...
That's what I wanted to say.
I can't even really tell. Like, I want to say 99.
It is 99.
Can you remember a time without SpongeBob? I can't.
It was May 1st, 1999.
Damn.
That was the date the first episode was premiered.
Mm.
So then it's been over 20 years.
It's been 21 years.
Nice.
Well, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, no.
And it's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. Poor SpongeBob. Yeah, now he's making Krabby Patties in heaven.
All right, I'm gonna go grab my tea real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, when you get back, we're gonna talk about the PS5.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I almost forgot about. Oh man. So, okay, I'd like to talk about it a little bit while he's gone. So which version? Because there are multiple versions. There's the one who has like a weird appendage looking on it, and then there's the one that just looks like slick and pristine. Which one do you see yourself getting, Christopher, if any?
Well, because the one that looks slick and pristine, that looks the way that they designed it intentionally.
Right? It looks like
the
other
digital version.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though. I don't want the burden of only being able to download games and like how much, because they didn't say how much hard drive space it'll have. They just
which one?
They haven't said any.
The PlayStation. The new one.
The PS5?
Yeah.
I think they said, I was looking at an article just now about it, and it seems that it's going to have, let me find it. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
I
don't know about hard numbers, but they've been really pushing that there'll be hard drive, like, flexibility. Like, you can do certain things that you couldn't otherwise with, like, other systems.
Well, no, based on what I was looking at, it looks like based on the what's it called? The hardware.
Uh-huh.
In both systems are practically almost computer level at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I imagine it's been long enough.
Mm-hmm.
PS4.
No, because like they're always
on that level.
10 years behind. Usually, like when it comes to oh, here you go, Kevin. For storage space, they have 825 gigabytes. The PlayStation 5.
Yeah, so that's disappointing.
That's a weird number, 825.
It is a very weird number because most hard drives now do what, terabytes?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that I'm assuming it must be a solid state.
No, but remember, like I was saying, there was like hard drive maneuverability. So with the PlayStation 5, you could download like certain aspects of a game without downloading the entirety of it. And I think that's why, at least maybe, they might have smaller space. I don't know, because like before even the event went live, they were talking about how like if you wanted to just download the like the multiplayer for Call of Duty, you could do that, and then have like. And then that would leave space for other shit. But if you wanted to download the campaign or whatever, you could also do that and leave the and have just the campaign on your system.
I've got the what's it called, the hardware.
Oh yeah,
up.
You got the hardware specs. You got the.
Yeah, I've got all the. I'm trying to find the Xbox, but they don't have a Wikipedia page. It just gives me the Xbox website. So I believe the release date are both. It's supposed to be the end of this year, right?
Holiday 2020.
So the PS5 is going to have an 8-core AMD Zen 2.
Okay.
Variable frequency up to 3.5 gigahertz. I actually don't know what that is.
Yeah, I was about to say I also don't know what that is, but it sounds impressive.
I think an AMD is a graphics card.
Well, no, yeah, it is the graphics card that I'm talking about, yeah.
Good job, Chris.
No, that's the CPU, sorry. No, that's the CPU. The graphics card, I think, is... Okay, so here's the graphics cards. It's a custom AMD RDNA 2, variable frequency up to 2.23 gigahertz. And it has an input of an HDMI 2.1.
Yeah, see, I wish I knew enough about the technical to be like, oh, wow! But all I hear is, oh, okay. I mean, I don't know.
Whatever it means, I know for a fact.
And it has 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
How much... Let me look up the PS4 real quick. PS4 specs.
If you haven't looked at the reveal event yet, Ismont, I strongly encourage you to do so. They threw around a bunch of words the way that they always do when they're releasing tech or something.
Yeah.
But, like, good things. 4K Ultra HD.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, the PS4 Pro was like that, so why wouldn't the PS5?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
But here, I'll give you some time. Did you guys know... I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence now because I was reading about it at work and because in the downtime, So the Xbox Series X will have all previous generations backwards compatible, like they've said it right out the gate. But PlayStation 5 apparently,
based on what I've heard, it's more like you'll have all Xbox One titles are backwards compatible, and then select titles from the other eras. Or is that not the case?
Yeah.
No, that actually sounds more like what PlayStation was saying. Because they said they didn't. Their new console's so big and so big dickin' that they actually have to test each game individually on it before they could say, hey, oh yeah, you could play it on here.
Okay, so here's what it says on their Wikipedia page for the PS5. It says backward compatibility, most PS4 and PlayStation VR games. For the Xbox Series X, it says so all Xbox One, and then it says and select Xbox 360 and original Xbox games. So you can you'll be able to play all your Xbone games, but you won't be able to play all your Xbox 360 or Xbox.
No, because
it's kind of...
Oh, sorry, Chris, go ahead.
It's kind of like the way that the Xbox One is, the way that they do have backwards compatibility for both Xbox and 360 games, but it's only certain games that they've decided on.
Oh yeah, because they had, I believe they had polls going up, no, about like if a game got voted in, they got in. But I do like the idea of backwards compatible DLC coming out for game consoles. I mean, it's, you know, like, oh, next month you're gonna have this game, and like they like maybe release like 30 games or some shit. But I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why I think it was such because when the event was going and they really weren't saying anything about the PS5 directly, just showing it off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I had a feeling that there were problems like they don't know if it's perfectly backwards compatible, so they're not going to say that it's backwards compatible. They don't know.
That's probably the case.
Oh yeah, it says PS5 will be backward compatible with almost all top 100 PS4 games at launch. Oh. So it looks like they're in the testing to see which game, because it looks like they don't want to say anything and not be like, oh yeah, and then like come out and be like lying, you know?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I think both are doing the same thing because it says select for Xbox. So when I hear the word select, I mean that means, you know, particular ones, not necessarily all of them.
Oh yeah, it says some game code just can't handle how big and strong the PlayStation 5 is. He's like, yeah, it's gonna.
They'll just smash them.
The boost is truly massive, says Cerny. Fucking the oh man, well, I forget what his name is. You know, PlayStation guy.
You know what though? Now, what's exciting though is that now that we have some consoles that are capable of probably doing VR now a lot better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be really nice. I think the VR space is gonna just start jumping.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
It's already jumping, but it's gonna jump more because now people have the hardware just in a nice little box.
At least from what I can remember, PSVR on the PS4 was actually solid.
It's pretty solid. Yeah, it is solid. I've played. My cousin has it.
Yeah.
And I played on their system. It's pretty good. It has some kinks that needs to be worked out, but.
Yeah, just give it, just shove more juice in its face, make it stronger.
Yeah, no, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I think what Isma was saying might be a little bit more accurate. Like the Xbox Series X will have
say that again, Kevin?
Series X and Xbox One, yeah, and select other ones. But at the very least, they said, yeah, at least some of them are getting in. PlayStation's like, yeah, we it's hard to say. And I like the girth required to say, oh yeah, no, the games are coming in. So good job, Xbox. But other than that, I think I gotta call it. I think PlayStation might just, I don't know, it might just take it this time around.
Well, PS5 is going to be, like, on launch, PS5 is going to win. And it's just a matter of, is it actually as powerful or is it actually as good as they saying are? And we're not going to know until it's out. If it's
from what I remember listening to, it was I remember watching a video on the two systems, and they're pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to end up happening is it always comes down to exclusives.
Games.
Always.
Yeah. PlayStation has Spider-Man, so sorry, Xbox.
Is that a good segue into the games conversation?
That is.
Well, I thought it was that little piece, but man.
Unless Kevin has something more to add.
Actually, I do a little bit. So the main concern, at least on my end, is because I'm gonna get that goddamn PlayStation. I'm going to, or at least there's a new console in my future. But I'm like, I don't know if because if the PlayStation, I was hoping the PlayStation 5 would be all gen backwards, so I could just get rid of my PS4 Pro, right, or at least my 3.
Rip.
But if it's like, no, we're just gonna. No, just hold on to them. But I'm like, no, come on, PlayStation, I need the space. But
we have to see.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, but segueing into the game part of the game console discussion, yeah, freaking, did you guys see that Spider-Man Miles Morales? Oh my goodness, it looks so good.
Yeah, and want to know what about it?
I think I might have seen a picture of him. Yeah.
It's not fully a sequel, or
that's
like a game.
Yeah, I like to think it's just going to be an expansion.
It's a separate storyline, right?
It's an expansion, and they're just porting Spider-Man PS4 to PS5.
Which actually, I think that's the smart decision, honestly. Like, I think
it's a smart decision.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is, though? I just bought Spider-Man PS4 like a couple of weeks ago because it was on sale for $20.
Yeah, man.
So it better damn well be backwards compatible onto the PS5.
No, freaking Spider-Man, I bet, is the top PlayStation game that's like, oh yeah, no, we gotta put Spider-Man on it. Yeah.
Okay, I just opened up a list of the games that are being released. So that way
are these hard confirmed games this month?
Huh? Oh yeah. So can we talk about Grand Theft Auto and how they're not making it?
Oh yeah, they just ported it.
Just releasing GTA 5.
What is it
I find
about
that so stupid.
5? Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim got ported over 20 million times, and we still haven't gotten 6. GTA 5
actually, didn't a 6 come out, actually?
Chris,
I thought there was a Skyrim 6.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh. How
dare you? Skyrim is the name of the game. This is not the name of the series. It's Elder Scrolls because they had Oblivion and Morrowind.
No, but what's the new one? What's the new Elder Scroll game that just came out? Like there was trailers for it that is supposed to, I think sometime this month or next month.
You might be thinking of Online, if anything, because that's what they've.
Oh, that might have been. I don't understand the Elder Scroll trailers anymore. I just see shit. I'm like, oh, that looks. Oh. Yeah.
No, I doubt there's gonna be a 6th one coming out. I think, because who was it that made Elder Scrolls? Bethesda, right?
Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're dead.
Are they? I thought they're dying, but they aren't dead.
They aren't dead, no. But I after with what it was, because they did Fallout 76 as well, right?
And didn't they also do Anthem? Or was that I think was that Microsoft? Man, I forget all the companies. Oh my goodness.
I have no idea who Anthem is by. But it's not Bethesda, I don't think.
Yeah, hearing it aloud.
No, 76 was by Bethesda. So yeah, after that fiasco, I don't think Bethesda's coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, did the 76 ever actually get fixed into good game, or is it still like a trash fire?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't think it did. I think it just died.
Oh.
No, nobody is willing to go back to it to see if any of it is fixed or if any of it is even fun anymore. Because why? Why would you play a game that already screwed you the first day you bought it?
Oh man.
I know, right? Now, want to know what company I always buy from though? Atlas. If it's an Atlas game, you know it's good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, see, before I would argue with you, but Persona has just nestled its way into the core of my heart. So yes, Atlas is a strong name to stand behind.
It really is. I can't think of a game that they published that wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's because it's just my style of game.
Yeah.
Because they publish those kinds of visual novels.
Oh man, fucking Persona 5 is gonna be on the PlayStation. Oh man, there's no way Persona's not getting in. And if it isn't, then I have to switch out to Xbox out of spite, because how dare they? I think it was either you or Isma, Chris, that mentioned it, but man, yeah, PlayStation's exclusives are just so strong. I don't know how Xbox is going to compete. Unless there's
Well, what are the exclusives? I forget.
They got Spider-Man, they got Persona, they have Last of Us, they have
that was something I've been hearing a lot about, The Last of Us 2.
How the story was leaked and people didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it yet because
me neither, because
I ruin it.
Yeah, same here. All I heard, based on the articles I was reading, apparently there was a leak, and not only did people not like it, because apparently it was really not good and people didn't like it. Like, it was a letdown, and the companies were slapping people with I forget the technical term for it, but it's essentially a document that says you better not talk about our thing or you're going to get in trouble.
Oh, the what's it called? The
non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosure NDA. Yeah, non-disclosure.
Yeah, just stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, Sony. Sony. That's who was doing it.
That's a game that had one of those.
Yeah.
This game looks interesting. I want to. If I play this video, is Audacity gonna pick it up or no? I don't think it will, right?
Ismont, you shouldn't be watching videos while we're doing a podcast.
No, it's one of the games that are coming out. I just wanted to look at it.
Which one? I could probably tell you about it.
Pragmata? What is this?
Pragmata?
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, so that was one of the last ones they showed in the live event. It's just a cinematic trailer of this robot girl and this guy in a spacesuit, and there's a cat. There's like a ghost hologram cat.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's nothing. It's just a cinematic trailer. It's like, oh, look at this, and it's like, okay, what is your game? What is this?
Rip.
Oh man.
Because I'm looking at the names of all the games here, and I'm just going, I don't know. I really don't know what to think of it.
Oh my god.
I saw.
Did you guys know there is a tiger dog?
A tiger dog?
Yeah.
A what?
Because I'm on the page that's talking about the PlayStation 5, and just out of nowhere there's a sponsor content, and it's like, oh yeah, rare dog breeds we know you haven't heard of, and there's a freaking tiger pit bull in the picture.
Kevin.
It's a tiger. It's a tiger pit bull. No, Christopher, it's real. Have you ever?
That is clickbait.
Have you ever heard of a tiger pit bull, Christopher? I guarantee you have not.
Kevin.
Wait, did you guys see the video of this game though? What's called Goodbye Volcano?
Oh my god, did The Simpsons predict that the guy would be killed by police? That's amazing.
What?
What the hell are you doing, Kevin?
There's a picture next.
I was talking about something entirely different.
On the picture next to the tiger dog, there's another one that says The Simpsons predictions that actually came true, and it's a picture of Lisa holding up a sign that says Justice for George, and then you see the black George with the angel wings, and he's just waving. And I'm like, oh,
Are you sure
damn.
That episode didn't come out yesterday?
That's either photoshopped or that absolutely came out, or it's like something they're just doing.
Yeah, I don't know. With The Simpsons, I believe they totally might have made a joke, and it's like, holy crap, it actually happened.
Or maybe, what if, and hear me out here, what if The Simpsons was running the entire world?
Yeah, see, I don't think so.
Like, that's why they know why everything's about to happen, and so they just put it in their show, because they're like, yeah, screw it. We'd run the thing anyway.
You mean there is a cabal of the secret society that runs the country secretly?
No, just The Simpsons.
Oh. You mean the Simpsons are the Illuminati, and that's why we can't find them? There's a bunch of drawings on paper?
Exactly. Because they're just a show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they run everything, is through their show.
Oh my god. Look. Oh my goodness. 25 dog breeds too dangerous for your home. Oh my god.
Kevin, turn off the internet.
Oh my...
No, what I was going to say though was, Chris, did you see the trailer for, what's it called, Goodbye Volcano High? Because I was watching a podcast that was showing this thing off, and they were just ripping on it, and I could see why.
When it first came on during the live event, I was like, wait, did somebody slip their furry fan fiction into the live event?
Oh no.
Their little brony fantasy.
That's another thing. I think
I was dying when I saw it.
I always hate trailers when it comes to anything, games or movies or shows, because they never represent whatever they're trying to represent
at
all.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to it, like half of the trailers that were shown for games in the PS5 live event were not even trailers of game footage. So when that came up, Goodbye Volcano High, I don't even know what your game is. So
no, I feel it. I'm not sure what it is either.
Is your game a game, or is it a visual novel? And this is just some animation that you made on the fly, and that nothing is representative of the actual final product. I don't know.
You know, I kind of hope it isn't.
This well.
Yeah. I really hope it's not the final product, because God, that video, I was just like, what? that art style is just no. Oh, but what other game? There's a couple of games coming out that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are games coming out, but I think at launch for the PS5, disregarding backwards compatibility, however it works, there's only going to be 6 new games launched for the PS5. At least that's what I counted from the event.
Oh, Kevin, I know you like the Dark Souls.
I do. Oh, yeah.
But they're making a Demon Souls.
Yeah, they're remaking it.
What do you think?
I might have to just play it. I'm sure Demon Souls is like $3 or $4, like on Amazon, like for like the regular PlayStation 3. I bet I could just grind it out, no problem. Because I've never played it, but I've seen the opening trailer for that game so many times. So when I saw the Ultra 4K version of it, I was like, oh, and I kind of, like it. There was a moment when goo came out of a certain orifice, and I was like, oh man, this game. But yeah.
Might want to get that checked.
No. I might have to double down. Wait, Chris, have you never splooshed on a game? Because that is not happiness.
I don't know what splooshing is. If it includes goo of an unknown substance exiting my body.
It's not unknown. You know what it is.
Oh no. Then it's
this game
possible
looks nice.
I have, and I just didn't have a term for it at the time.
You know when you play a game and it just blows your mind so thoroughly, and then you black out, and then when you come to, there's a bunch of goo all over your console and TV, and you're like, oh man.
Yo, this one has an interesting art style. I kind of like it.
Yeah?
What's it called? Ghostwire Tokyo?
Ghostwire
Oh,
Tokyo.
yeah. Yeah, that did look really good. It
looks really nice. I like the art. Pretty cool.
I like how it was essentially they were just doing Naruto hand signs, and that's the gameplay. But I'm like, man, I dig it.
It just looks like an anime. I remember watching.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I don't even care. It looks super good, and I'll play it.
All right, we need to wrap up pretty soon, so
okay.
Let's try to get our final words in.
Yeah, that tiger pit bull is real, Chris, and I'll have to send you a screenshot of this shit.
Oh my.
Kevin got sucked in by the
no, it's just
the clickbait.
I didn't even click on it. I was just so awestruck by the picture.
This is why I have ad block on at all times, so I don't get.
I know it's not ad block. It wasn't like pop-ups. It was like once I scrolled down to the bottom of the page, it's like, oh yeah, you could look at these too. I'm like, oh okay.
You just click on the article.
I didn't. I read them aloud, and that's as far as I got.
Sony background check the ads that run on your site.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
Who won? Let's end with this. Kevin, I mean, you watched the event. Ismat, you didn't. But who wins? Who wins PS5 live event?
Who wins?
Best in show to you.
Honestly, when they finally decided to actually show what the goddamn console looks like, I think the console wins. Because they really put that sex music in to get the juices flowing.
It has a really interesting look to it because it's like a white.
It's an it's an internet router trapped inside a binder.
Yeah, it's an internet modem. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's a modem inside a binder.
But I mean, yeah, it's cool.
So wait, is it gonna fit on my shelf? That's a good question.
Who knows? It is.
I guess we'll find out.
Probably gonna be $2,000 when it comes out.
No,
supposedly what I heard was it's gonna be roughly $700. something around that range.
I believe the Xbox would be around 700, but I think the PlayStation might be a bit cheaper. Like more. I want to say maybe 650,
I want to say
maybe
$599. That's what I heard.
That number.
I might be wrong.
That number sounds better than what I said, so I'll stick with that.
Something between $599 and maybe like 700. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, like maybe. Like maybe the PlayStation 5 Elite will be like 700 or some shit.
When that comes out in like 3 years.
I don't know, it might come out sooner.
What they're gonna do is when they release it, they're just gonna say, "Oh, we're coming out with a Pro," and then they just put the release date for the next day.
I don't know about PlayStation, but there were rumors circulating that there were going to be multiple versions of the Xbox coming out. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think it'd be a cool idea.
So, yeah.
But I mean, I like to think one will come out and it's like the worst thing ever, and then.
Do we know what exclusives are coming out for Xbox?
Nope.
Does Xbox have any exclusives? I don't know.
We literally know nothing about the Series X.
Other than they decided to make it big and the PlayStation decided to make it small, which is cool.
Oh, I can give you a list of games because I went to... This is Xbox Series X games. These are games that are confirmed that are coming out for the Series X. We just don't know when. So we have The Ascent. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Bright Memory Infinite. Call of the Sea. Chorus, Control, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Dirt 5, Fortnite, Gears 5, Gods and Monsters, Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo Infinite, Hitman 3, The Lord of the Rings Gollum, Madden NFL 21, The Medium, NBA 2K21, Observer, System Redux, Orphan of the Machine, Outriders, Pragmata, Resident Evil Village, Scarlet Nexus.
Oh yeah, fucking Resident Evil. Yeah.
Scorn, Second Extinction, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Get out of here, Tom Clancy.
Simulator 2. This is a game that I'm excited for, by the way. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Oh yeah. Blood Masquerade was first one was really good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very good. Warframe, Watch Dogs Legion, WRC 9, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yakuza.
You know, if that's the list, then I can guarantee like maybe 5 of them are exclusives.
Yeah, the ones you never heard of, probably.
I'm looking for which ones.
Because I heard, I heard a few listed off there that were revealed to be coming out on PS5.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for if any of these are even exclusives, and I don't think any of them are.
Well, if there's anything that we've figured out during these first 2 podcasts, it's that PlayStation wins. Becoming
more and more clear. Oh yeah, PlayStation clearly just pulled out its massive donger and just bopped Xbox over the head with it.
Table.
Pre-order your PlayStation 5 now, and for $800, and it'll come out and it'll be $1,000.
I'm betting it's gonna be $599. That's my bet.
Yeah. No, but it's coming out for Christmas, so it's gonna be really low, and then they're gonna jack it up again.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, probably.
So it might be like $5.99 for the holidays, and then shoot up to $7 every other time.
Could be. That's very possible.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's all speculation at this point.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter at BeanstalkTweet, and then look up the Facebook page BeanstalkFB.
Apparently, that's the thing.
Follow Ismot in real life if you can find him.
Yeah. You can't. I hide in my hovel.
Oh no, I'd find you.
Yeah, you can find me. I don't mind Kevin finding me.
Oh, okay.
That's fun. Yeah.
Oh man, then we could watch Steins Gate, and then we could go and get like something to eat. Oh man, what a good time.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be cool. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
And if you do find me somehow, and follow me in real life, I'm gonna run.
I thought I was going somewhere.
Yeah.